Hey, this is Matias Rengel with Guitar Control, and today you're going to be learning how to improvise over any funk progression. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down right below, and remember to click on the link in the description to get the tabs. Let's get down to it. Alright, so we're going to be learning how to improvise over any funk progression. So the main thing that I want to tell you is that the pentatonic scale and the blues scales are going to be the ones that you're going to be using the most. If you don't know, let's take a look at the A minor pentatonic scale. So, the main thing when you're improvising over a funk progression, there are two cases, right? One of the cases is when you know the actual progression, and then you're actually, that's the easy way. Now, the hard part is when you do not know the actual progression and you have to figure out what it is. So, when you do not know the progression, I suggest that you focus on the bass. That's going to give you like an idea of what the root is. So because we are trying to look for the root of the chord, that's the main thing that you have to find, the root of the chord. So let's say, for example, that you're playing something like, and that could be a little bit hard to find the root if you're not experienced. But now maybe the bass player is doing something like that. Right? And so right there, what I can clearly hear is bum 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 bum. So that already gives me an idea that the root is that note, dun, 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 dun. But in this case, that is an E, right? So the E is the root in that chord, in that case, right? So once you have the key, then once you have the root, the next step is to basically alternate between a pentatonic scale, a blues scale, and a Dorian scale. Now, the pentatonic and the blues scale, you already know it, but the Dorian scale, for example, I'm gonna show you what it is. Right? The Dorian scale is basically a minor scale with a natural sixth. So a minor scale will be something like. Now a Dorian would increase the sixth, which is this one to this one. So we can use that when playing over any funk progression. So for example, in this case, when you go like, right, and the bass is doing like, we can play the pentatonic on E minor. We can play the Dorian or the blues. Now, here's going to be the trick. You should definitely learn at least 5 positions of each one of these scales. So, for example, I know the E minor pentatonic here. I also know it here. I also know it here. Right? So, why am I telling you this? Because when I'm playing the pentatonic scale, I'm looking at every note all across the fretboard, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to, right? So you're probably asking yourself, how are you able to like know where you are? Well, I have references. I have the main reference, of course, is the root. So whenever I'm around here, I'm looking at this root right here. Whenever I'm around here, I look at this one. When I'm here, I look at this one. So, but also, I have practiced the position so much that I already know, kind of like know my way around it. But for real, when I'm playing this, all I see, this is another thing that is super important to know when you're improvising over funk. When I'm playing the scales, I'm actually looking at the degrees of the scale. So I know that, for example, if you play the pentatonic scale, the E minor pentatonic, right? we have the root, the minor third, the fourth, the fifth, the flat seven, and again the root. So when I'm playing all the time, I'm going and I'm like, oh, this is the flat seven. I see the root, I see the minor third, right? The minor third again there, the fourth, the root again with the flat seven. So you must be thinking, you probably think, oh my God, you're crazy, you know all these things, but actually maybe it's not like I know it, but I know them in the moment. I can recognize them in reference to the root. So right here, I know that this is the flat seven because I know that this is E. So if this is the root, this is definitely the flat seven, right? So when I'm here, for example, in this case, I look at the octave of this one and I know that this is the root right there, right? So yeah, it's all about a matter of references. And yeah, so whenever you encounter another chord like that, just remember, play the pentatonic. Hey, where are you going? I got more videos right here and here. And please click on this button because you should definitely subscribe to our channels for daily guitar lessons.